Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's Get Ready With Me and Q&A. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I am so excited to be here today because it has been a while since I've first and foremost uploaded a video, done a Q&A, and done a Get Ready With Me. So I figured let's just do it all in one and have a great time. We're talking about all things life, from the wedding to are we moving to babies to goals, starting a business, and so on. And then we're also gonna be getting in on this fire look that I'm obsessed with. I really love the way this came out because this is honestly my go-to glam look. It's just perfect when you want to keep it neutral, but you want to put some drama, you know, add a little bit of spice. So since this video is gonna be chatty, I will not be mentioning every single product I'm using, but I will be adding everything in the description box. So if you guys are interested in what I've used, or maybe I didn't say it, check down there and you will be able to see the product. So go ahead and grab a snack and let's get right into it. So like I said, I am very excited for today's makeup look. It's been a while since I've dived deep into some products, into a very glam makeup look, and also an updated Q&A. I haven't done one of these in a very long time, and I figured now is the perfect time to get into this because there are kind of a little bit of life updates. I want to talk about things going on, recent stuff happening, and just talk life, you know? So I'm going to be answering, like I said, a bunch of questions in a bit, but before we get started, I'm going to go ahead and prep my skin. Right now, I have absolutely nothing on my skin. Honestly, this glow that you are seeing, the radiance, the smoothness is all from the facial I got. I got a facial 2 weeks ago, and then I went in last week for my follow-up facial. My girl does follow-up facials where they just kind of recheck your skin a week after to make sure that you're not breaking out again, to make sure they cleared everything out. The last time I went in was right after we got engaged, so it's been a while. I've put it off and had to cancel a couple times, but very happy that I made time to go in for myself and my skin is radiating. So now we're gonna go ahead and get into some products. I'm gonna be adding on this toner right here from Glow Recipe. So this is a product that I just started trying out due to Glamzilla on TikTok. I seen her video about this and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try it as well. It adds a ton of glow, makes you look very radiant, and overall leaves you looking very dewy. So the reason I also applied it on with my hands is because that is the way that she applies it as well. You can use like a cotton round or something else, but I think the hands really helps to work the product into the skin. So I'm now gonna move into some moisturizer. I'm gonna be adding on my favorite Murad cream at the moment. This is the Intense Recovery Cream. This is great for anyone on the drier side. I believe normal skin can use this as well, but definitely if you are drier. This is also really great for sensitive skin as well. It's gonna help to calm redness as well as irritation, and just overall soothe your skin. I'm gonna pop on some eye cream. We're gonna be using this one from Somerville. It is the Ceuticals Lifting Cream. And how I like to apply is by adding one pump onto my ring finger. Best thing to do is just tap, tap, tap up into this side. Really quickly, I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows off camera. I'm gonna go ahead and snap and I will be right back. And done. Should we get into the questions already? We have a special guest that's gonna be asking me the questions. I kind of want to be like surprised with these questions. Let's do it.
All right, first question. How are you? Genuinely asking. I love you.
Thank you. I'm doing really good. I was just actually talking to Sebastian about this. Lately, we have just been so busy, which is such a great thing. Busy with work, busy with life, busy with just so many things going on behind the scenes. And just right now in this place where I'm trying to find that balance with social media, family, life, everything in between. I feel like for a while I was really on it when it was just like Instagram and YouTube, but now with TikTok being something that's big and something that I recently just like officially joined, I'm having so much fun with it. I'm trying to find which days are best to film, best for rest, what days are best with family. So I guess for me, the word right now is balance. But other than that, we're doing good, doing great, grateful to be alive every day.
How long will you wait for babies after La Boda?
Oh my gosh. It's kind of funny you guys ask because Sebastian just kind of answered this on a recent plática. So for those who don't know, we have been together for going on almost 12 years in January. So I think after the wedding, we are definitely going to just kind of get straight to it. I mean, at this point, we're not getting any younger, and we definitely want to try for a few kids. I want to say, what are we thinking, 2 or 3?
For sure, 2.
If we get a third, awesome, but we have to kind of get on it pretty soon. So definitely after, almost immediately after La Boda.
Have you started wedding planning?
Honestly, no guys, we have not started anything at all other than our Pinterest boards. Like, we have an idea of what we want. It's just now us going out and finding the venue, finding everything and just kind of making it happen. To be honest with you guys, we were actually supposed to start doing this as of this month, I believe. Some things came up and we had to step back. Our goal was to get married 2022. which would be next year. But we found out through a lot of people that so many venues are completely booked up, especially now with a lot of restrictions lifting. So we might have to push it back to 2023. We really don't know at this point. I guess it all just depends on like the venue and finding that, then we'll go from there. There was also another question and it says, what is one thing you have to have or do at your wedding? I know for a fact that one thing that we have to have is a venue that will allow us to party all night long. I really don't want to be shut down at 9 p.m. I really don't want them to tell me, hey, you guys need to like wrap it up, like that's it for the wedding. I want to make sure I can find a venue, a ranch, an estate, whatever it is that will allow me to control those hours. Like, is that even a thing? Like, can you make it work with certain places? I don't want restrictions, you know. Us Mexicanos, when it comes to weddings, we go hard. I think like 9 p.m. we're like eating dinner, and then come like 11 we're like, okay, we're pre-gaming, and then 12 is when the shit really goes down, and then from there we stay up until 5-6 a.m. So I'm trying to have the wedding go all night. Something else that is a must that I saw for my cousin's wedding and I thought it was brilliant was to have chanclas offered at the wedding at around 12 o'clock. The ladies that were running the wedding, they came out with these baskets full of chanclas and they're passing them out. Everyone's feet start to hurt, people want to take their heels off, so might as well just have chanclas provided. We definitely need multiple bartenders for sure. Food needs to be on point. We just need the vibes, and we're gonna bring it. We are bringing it hard. You know what? All my brown eyeliners are completely, and I mean completely dried out. So we're gonna go ahead and just use a black one using Haus Labs in Pumped. Last thing I'm gonna do on the eye really quickly before we move on to something else, I'm gonna go ahead and hit a little bit of brown eyeshadow over the liquid liner. This is an absolute must when doing this kind of look to really get that smoked out effect. Creates drama. It just does it for me.
Next question. Are you always with Sebas or do you guys have some time apart?
We definitely are always together, but we also do have our time apart. For example, tonight I'm getting ready for girls' night. I haven't had a girls' night in forever. Like, I'm meeting my girlfriends to have dinner, and I'm actually really looking forward to it. I think it's so healthy. Like, you need your time apart. You need to do your own things. It's not always good to be together, because then I feel like when the time comes for him to go somewhere, you kind of become just like, it's a word codependent on just kind of like you being there and this and that. I like us to work out at our separate times. I like us to just have our own life. Trust me when I tell you guys, it's so key to have that alone time. You need it. It's something that is important. And for some people, I know that they may feel like, oh, I don't trust my man alone or something that. And you're valid. You have your reasons to feel that way, but it's very, very healthy.
Next question.
Woo!
When you first started your
Fitness journey, how long until you started feeling better? I mean, stronger.
I want to say maybe like 2 months into it, I felt like I started being able to like lift a little more. When I first started, I was kind of like a yo-yo, always just like on and off my workout. I officially decided to be fully committed to working out. I have been going strong ever since the new year, actually. And I feel like it's definitely not an overnight thing. There are days where I'm like, why the hell am I working out if I'm not seeing like progress in certain areas? But it takes so much time, and you have to just listen to your body, take your breaks when you need them.
Next question is, are you coming out with any new makeup in the future?
Not makeup, it's something in that category for sure.
We'll leave it at that. What are some goals you have for the next 5 years?
My personal goals, definitely to get in the best shape of my life and be the healthiest version of myself possible. And that goes beyond just like eating. It's like mental, physically, like everything. Take care of me first. That's like the number one goal I have. Obviously, get married already, as you guys know. Have a baby. That one is one that is gonna be crazy, crazy. But no, have a baby is definitely on like my our to-do list in the next couple of years. Also, start my business. As you guys know, I have been working on some special things that we are so close, but still kind of so far away. So lots of exciting stuff happening with us. I also got asked if we still plan on moving. As of right now, I don't think so anymore. My thoughts on moving go up and down. Like, we talked about moving out of state for a while, and right now I'm kind of just like, you know what? Let's hold off on that for a bit. Let's just focus on the next 5 years and then go from there. So as of right now, no moving happening.
What do you think your career would be if you weren't doing what you're doing now?
I think I would still be in the beauty industry because I've always had like a beauty background. Most of you guys know that I was in beauty school prior to becoming like a makeup artist. And then after beauty school, I decided that hair just wasn't for me, so I went in the makeup route. I worked at previous makeup counters and then freelance and had kind of my own thing going on. So I definitely think I would still be in the makeup industry. And then the other thing that I would do if I wasn't, let's say for example, doing anything in beauty, it would definitely be something in criminal justice. For those who don't know, I've always been into criminal justice and so have like a lot of interest in that. Maybe in the future, who knows? I picked up my phone to pick one question and someone said to describe my life at 23. Woo! It was a mess. I will just say that right now. So 23 was probably not the best year of my life from what I remember. I feel like 21 to 24, I was just new to everything. I'd gotten out of like an old relationship, met Sebas, and was exploring like a whole new life. I worked at MAC part-time, just kind of really had no direction in life, like what I was doing next. Didn't really have any goals. I do remember that time was very stressful for my family. We were having like a ton of problems with my sister during that time. Just a lot of things happening with our family, emotionally, financially, and it was just rough. It was really, really rough. I definitely don't miss those years because I feel like I was somebody at the time who was battling with all these things emotionally, with, like I said, with fam, with myself, then having to go to work and smile and do people's makeup and try to be as happy as possible. It was just a crazy, crazy time for me. But if there was anything good that came from that year, because where there's bad, there's always good, it was being in a relationship with Sebas, because Sebas came in my life at the perfect time. Because as you guys know, he is 2 years younger than me. He brought out the fun in me. I definitely feel like he came in my life at the right time and had always been there with me through everything good or bad.
The next question, why haven't you ever filmed with your family? Do they not like being on camera? I love you.
They do not. My family is not about the social media life. Like, they have social media, but they are not the type to ever go on camera. They like to just post on there and share just like family updates and stuff, but that is as far as it goes. I remember one time I mentioned to my mom that we should do like something kind of cooking, and she kind of laughed about it and then never ever talked about it ever again. And my dad is actually the one that I keep trying to get him to do some YouTube videos because my dad cooks really good. My dad also made us an outdoor swing, these picnic tables. So he's very, very, very talented, and I've been getting a huge request to have him on my channel to show you guys how to make certain things. So I'll have to definitely ask him again, but for the most part, they are not about that life at all.
Next question says, since you love working out, would you ever bring that to YouTube?
I definitely think once I am a little bit more confident in it, because I'm somebody who does not work out on their own. I join Zoom classes. I have to watch videos. Like, I can't just go in the garage where I have my gym and be like, okay, I'm gonna do this today and work out on my own. I need direction and I need a push, most importantly. But I think once I get more confident, possibly it could be something I would do. And right now I feel like I still got a long way to go.
This is a good one. If you had to give up coffee or alcohol for the rest of your life, which would you give up?
I'm down for both of them because they're such a good time. This is gonna be a shocker. I'm gonna give up alcohol. I am definitely gonna give up alcohol because I feel like I can live without it. Coffee on the other hand though, that is like my weakness. I live for coffee. I mean, hello, I'm drinking one right now. Coffee's just my thing. I love coffee, and yeah, unfortunately it'd have to be alcohol.
As a makeup artist, what is something you struggled with most? Technique, industry?
The biggest struggle was how to charge people. I'm somebody who is just way too nice to charge more, so I would just stick to the lowest fees possible. And it was a good thing and a bad thing. I think the bad thing was that I was undercharging. For example, I would do like a full face for $60. I think the most I ever charged was like $150. And believe me when I say know your worth as a makeup artist, because you are worth it. You got to think about the time that you're there, the drive time there and back to your house, products that you're using. Like, there's so much that goes into it that people forget. I kept those prices the whole time. I think at one point I was even just charging $50. And for some people that may seem like, okay, that's a decent amount. But as a makeup artist, like when I would tell people that were like in the industry, they could not believe it because they're like, whoa, no, you need to charge more, this and that. The good thing that came from it though was being more affordable. I met so many more people, and some of those people are still friends in my life to this day. For example, my realtor, Monica, we are so close, and she's somebody who had hired me because my price was affordable. And 8 years down the road, we are still friends. So it's kind of crazy how that brought us together. Good things came from it, but at the same time, I look back now and I'm like, dang, yeah, I could have definitely charged more, especially because I was driving from Inland Empire all the way to LA and back and charging like $60. So when I put like half of that into gas, I would only make like 30 bucks or so. So definitely if you're a makeup artist, I recommend knowing your worth, charging what you want, what you feel comfortable with. I'm not gonna say to like overcharge because you know your clientele, you know what you're comfortable with. By the way, I just added MAC Costa Riche eyeliner in my waterline. It has a little bit of a reddish brown, so it makes brown eyes look kind of hazily. I'm gonna do my eyes look hazily. It makes blue eyes and green eyes just look so radiant, and it's a color that you can wear even on your lid, smudge it, and it looks gorgeous.
All right, I got a super juicy one that I just saw.
Okay.
How to deal with fake friends. What YouTube collab would you want with someone dead or alive?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so the first question was how to deal with fake friends. Whew, okay, well, if they're fake, they are definitely not your friends and it's time to cut them off. Once you feel that you are no longer wanted, once you feel that you no longer resonate with that person anymore, you just feel like you guys have grown apart, but when you see each other, there's a lot of fakeness or whatever, it's time to just cut ties with that person and move on. I feel like everyone in the world has had friends, whether they're childhood friends, adult friends, work friends, like you've had fake people in your life, and it really sucks because you always look for the best in people. So it definitely is a bummer when it gets to that point. Stop letting them in your circle. Stop letting them kind of run you, because that's what happens. And you can do it in a very non-confrontational way. Make your peace and that's it, because not every friendship has to end with drama. It can end like adults, so you just have to cut ties with them. But once you cut ties, you have to leave that person behind. It's no longer this like, well, I'm gonna give that person a chance to hang out with them or this or that, because you know that they're not gonna change. They're gonna stay fake forever. So it's best to just leave them out of your life. I think the one person I would totally have a YouTube collab with, dead or alive, would be Selena Quintanilla. You guys probably already knew this one. And there's many reasons. I've actually thought about this question because I've been asked it many times and I've never really known how to answer it, because I think about like in the moment who I would do it with. But when I think about somebody who I would really connect with, I feel like it would be her. I think she was second generation and so am I, so we can definitely connect on that. Also, both of us being bochas, like our Spanish was good, but it wasn't like the best of the best. And I think that's something that I feel like I can relate with her on. Also, the fact that she loved makeup as much as I love makeup is something that, again, we connect with. And then we just love music. And also the fact that we are both Latinas, Mexicanas, and we are so proud of that. There's so much I feel like we would bond over, and I find her to be just such a beautiful soul, not just because she was Selena and she sings amazing, but if you guys watch her interviews and how she is, you guys can see just what a passionate person and amazing person she was to be around, and her energy was just incredible. But I feel like we definitely would be able to connect on like a more personal level. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and finish off my lips now. And really quickly, I know you guys are gonna ask what blush I add, because I feel like it made a big difference. I'm using this new one from Colourpop. It is the Cookie Cluster Cheek Palette. Drench the hell out of my skin right now with setting spray, but I wanna do my lips first. So I'm gonna go in with this new Huda Beauty Lip Contour 2.0 in the shade Sandy Beige. I'm gonna pop on this liquid lipstick from NYX. It's the Lingerie XXL in the shade Turn On. Last question would be, what type of fillers do you get on your face, where, and how often? So my obsession with getting fillers started in 2014 and 15. During this time, I was making a little bit more money, so I wanted to start taking care of myself, and it started off with my lips. And for my lips, then I was like, oh, maybe I'll get a little bit here, I'll get a little bit there, I'll do this, I'll do that. I pretty much did my whole face, and I looked like a puffer fish. It was terrible. I look back at old YouTube videos, and I cringed so hard because I had so much filler everywhere. I didn't even look like myself anymore, and I feel like at that time, it was so exciting and so new to me that I was just so addicted to getting it done. I was trying out so many people. Like, I didn't care. I was just so excited. So fast forward now, I definitely still get Botox. There are some areas that I touch up once a year, but I do not go hard like I used to anymore. The main thing that I really go in for is my Botox, just because it really relaxes like the forehead area, my crow's feet, my 11s. Like, it makes this area just look very nice and smooth. And then when I'm in there, if I need touch-ups, I'll do whatever else. I no longer get filler right here. I used to get it like crazy, and it was making me, like, again, look like pufferfish, like Homer Simpson. That's seriously how I looked. So I have definitely backed up from doing that, and now if I ever feel like this is getting heavy or I feel like I'm just droopy, I will just get a touch up on cheek filler. You guys know I've gotten cheek filler. I've talked about it many times. And then the other thing that I get touched up once a year is my nose filler. So I get filler right in the center of my nose right here, and then at the tip, which gives me this right here. It's funny because the last time I went in to go see my nurse, her name is Joanna the nurse. If you guys are in the Orange County area, I highly recommend her. She's amazing. But I went in to get Botox and I was kind of itching to get something else done. And I was like, Joanna, can we do a touch up on my nose? And she looks at it and she's like, no, you don't need any more. Maybe like in a year, you're good right now. And I was like, ugh. But at the same time, I'm like, wow, I appreciate the honesty because that's how it starts. It's like, oh, can I do this? Can I do that? And then you just start doing more and then go overboard. And then my lips, as you guys know, I got them dissolved in 2017. I don't get my lips done anymore, but I do feel like I do have leftover filler. Like it never permanently goes away because it's scar tissue. So it is what it is. Eventually, I do want to dissolve more of it. But again, it's such a painful thing and big regret that I made, but it's okay. We live and learn. Take it from me. Less is more. If you guys are new to getting any kind of injections, I recommend first and foremost finding like the right doctor. You guys like their work. You've seen it on many patients. They can work with all types of faces and shapes and ages because that is a very important thing. Do not overdo it. Just little by little do it. And that's it. That wraps up today's Q&A and get ready with me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope you guys also enjoyed this look. So that is it for today's Q&A and get ready with me. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this whole look go down. I absolutely love the way my eyes came out. As I mentioned, I'm going to dinner with a friend, so I feel super glam. I also really like my top, which I will tag down below for you guys. Anyways, that is it for this video. I will see you in the next one. Bye.